Hey you guys, my name is Stella Williams and today I am so excited because I have a new TikTok career. In my hiatus from the internet and me being on my Eat, Pray, Love traveling the world, I discovered that I really love to make content on TikTok. It's the same vibe that we have here on YouTube, and I found my niche kind of being what I love the most is talking about things with you guys as women who go through the same thing as me, and like literally I don't know that until I open my mouth. And then when I open my mouth and talk about things, so many people relate, and it's the most incredible experience I've been through. And so I've been really on TikTok lately. So if you're not following me there, my handle is at the Stella Williams. I hope you've seen some of my videos that have gone viral. Last week I had about 12 million views on my TikToks and about 2 TikToks. And today we are here to talk about one of them because it was such an eye-opening moment how many people have gone through the same exact things. We are going to be talking about our sexuality and discovering ourselves as women and being confident enough to leave the man we don't want. Needless to say, this was before we actually start talking about the video, I just wanted to reference it so you can pause and watch it. We are going to be thanking today's sponsor, which is Lilo. You guys know I rock with Lilo all the time, and actually I have found my new favorite Lilo. I am usually a sucker for the Stella. I'm like, this is my favorite. This is the Ina Wave 2. This is my new favorite toy. I love her because she has wave motion technology. So it's like a come hither motion, but I'm really excited to talk about this. I could not figure it out. And I was like, I don't understand why it's so poppin'. And then I read the owner manual, because usually I don't read owner manuals. I read the owner manual and realized that when you use this, you have to press a little slower. Like sometimes, like I know if like you're in it, you wanna like click. With this, I was like, it's not as powerful as I would have expected it to be. I have Lilos, I have tons of Lilos. Like I know the power. It just wasn't as powerful. And it's actually funny because before I even found out how to turn up the power, how to do whatever, I did come. But I was like, it could have been more. So after reading the manual, I was like, I gotta figure this out. I clicked it, just gotta click a little slower. It has 12 different settings. So there is definitely something for you. I found the ones that I liked the most, and literally I cannot stop using this. I've got this maybe 4 or 5 days ago. I've been using it. What did I call it? I called it research. I was like, oh, I gotta do video research. No, when I figured out, there was a moment, I was playing with it. I told my partner, I was like, okay, no, I have to figure out how to use this. And then the moment I figured out how to use this, I was like, oh, like it was like, oh, when I actually figured it out. So that's why I'm giving you guys such like a tutorial on it, because if you get this literally, and you guys know I rock with the Stella, this has passed that for me. The come hither motion, I don't like to insert things. We've been very open about this, and we're very open here on this channel if you're newer here. I don't really like to insert things in me. I'm more of like a clitoral stimulant person. So this one I lay like this on me, right? So it's like just the tip, and I lay this on my clit and use it like this. Is magic. Totally behind Lilo. So thank you, Lilo, so much for not only sponsoring this video, but providing us with toys. There's so many women who come to me and say, oh my gosh, this is like the best vibrator I've ever had. I've been using Lilo for years. So I feel like I'm very happy that I'm finally on and I get with the wave, no pun intended, but definitely recommend the Lilo wave. I know this would be an amazing Christmas present for somebody, so consider it. So you can find the link for Lilo down below, and thank you, Lilo, for sponsoring. So with my TikTok, the premise of the video is this girl, let's be real here, okay? This girl named Madison posted a video saying, my loss, you had me thinking I had no sex drive. So the premise of this video was being with a man and literally not being interested in sex. And this made me think of a past relationship I've had where I went on then to say, like, you know, I stitched it. If you're not familiar with TikTok, it's where someone makes a video and you kind of put your commentary on it. I stitched it saying, I really thought, and I've been like semi-open about it on this channel since last year, that I really thought I might be into girls. Like I might be into women maybe as well, but I think after my last relationship, I was like, I'm definitely like just into women. And the reason I jumped there, I know that's not how being gay works. I know that's not how it's set up. But the reason I had jumped there is because it always bothered me that the first 3 people I ever kissed were women. And it didn't bother me because they were women. It bothered me because I felt like I never got to explore that part of me. Like maybe I'm not as straight as I think. Just while we're on the topic, I saw another TikTok of a girl realizing, like, she was like, yeah, I kiss girls for fun. And her friend was like, I don't do that. And she realized like maybe she's not as straight as she thought either. So this was my moment. So I went on to say that and then tell the story I'm about to tell you guys right now. So I was with my ex-partner and I literally came to him. I was like, I think I like might like girls. And we broke up a little bit after that for other reasons. And it started this in me. I was like, okay, maybe this is really my chance to explore women. I didn't enjoy sex as much with my ex. It was fun. Like I learned how to like be confident while riding with him, and I learned how to do these things, but I was bored, and I don't think it was him. Like, I would put in work. It wasn't boring. I just really wasn't into it. So I was like, maybe genuinely, like everything on paper looks right. Like it looks like I should be enjoying this, but I don't. So I was like, maybe I like girls. So I did a really, really embarrassing vlog last December, and after we broke up, I had sex with one of my old sneaky links. And I had been with him, by sneaky link, I don't mean that I was cheating on my boyfriend. This guy and I had an understanding while we were single, if we like went through a breakup, we would come back to each other. We were safe, we knew each other so well. We've been having sex at that point for 3 years. So just knowing like, okay, it's like a fallback, I guess. So I had sex with a sneaky link, and I made this super embarrassing vlog. I was like, oh my God, get dick down, la la. I was just going through something back then. And he didn't do it for me either. Like he came over to my place, and I was like so not turned on. And that scared me because this guy was such a constant in my life throughout relationships. And I was like, oh my gosh, I really have to let him go. I think I don't even like guys anymore. I let him go. So that was the turn of everything. So in 2021, just, you know how you start your new intentions for the year and you're like, this is how I want to be, this is what I want to discover, this is what I want to grow in. I was like, let me figure out if I like girls for real and actually give myself the shot. I think there's a part of me that's always scared to figure it out, and I never really like took that risk to put myself out there with women. So I had gotten on Bumble, and I met a girl, and it was cool, but I wasn't like I was into her, but I don't think I could have dated her. So I was like, I don't really think this is for me, but like it felt like I was talking to a friend. And so I was like, maybe this is what girls is talking, like maybe this is what it was like, but I wasn't like attracted to her like I'm attracted to a man. It's like, So I deleted my Bumble account, and then someone I know in real life I was sexually attracted to, which has never been the problem. Like I told you, I've kissed 3 girls before ever kissing a guy. I'm sexually attracted to women. I've never had sex with a woman. Like, so this is the time I'm like, okay, well, this is where I'm gonna figure it out. I didn't really like her as a person, and it was kind of messy. So I was like, I don't like her either. And I kind of just want to ditch the whole idea of if I like girls, because I want to date the cool girl I met on Bumble, and I really don't want to date this girl. I know her in real life. So I did like try in advance, and you know, we were flirting, but it was just flirting. And I didn't feel like I wanted to date her either. After that, I was like, okay, well, I actually know her, and she's not just a girl off Bumble. So at that moment, I sat with myself and I was like, can you imagine yourself dating a woman? Like dating. And I was like, no. So I thought it was broken. And I went back to another sneaky link I had. And again, not cheating on anyone, a sneaky link in the sense of someone that was just very consistent in my life, that we just kind of hook up anytime like we're in each other's cities. I hooked up with him, and the problem with him is I used to be in love with this guy. Like 2019, like my first real heartbreak. I think it was the first time I like connected with someone in a way that I didn't, like in the way you hear about in movies. Like I didn't even know it was possible. And it's crazy now because the situation wasn't even that deep, but just being in that experience, you know, everyone's involved, my friends were involved. It was just something I'd never experienced like to that deepness before. I hooked up with him in February of this year because I was like, well, maybe it's just him, right? And I stopped, and I remember looking at him and going like, I'm good. I turned to him and I was like, I'm good. So at this point, I know I mentioned that I was celibate this year, which is crazy. Of course, it's the 1 year that I do a sex series. I became celibate after that because I used to love someone. And you know, that's a little bit different when you're having sex with someone you love. And me realizing in that moment that I didn't love him anymore, that whatever fantasy I had of him in my head or whatever we went through wasn't even doing it for me anymore, I took a step back and I was like, I really need to just stop putting myself out there, and I need to figure myself out, because now nothing makes sense. People I thought I would love, people thought I liked, people, different genders I wanted to maybe date, none of it made sense. So I stopped having sex. And I want to say I stopped dating. I did have one hookup in June, so I wasn't completely celibate, but I only had one hookup, and for me, that's good. So I had one hookup in July, I believe. So it was like But that didn't lead to anything. I wasn't dating him. I was just in Vegas having fun. So I was still very focused on myself. And then you guys know I had surgery. I was just very focused on what I was doing. My career was popping off. I was Fashion Nova's first size 24 model. I get modeling gigs. I'm getting YouTube gigs. Like, focused on my life. And then also at the same time, I'm like leaning closer to God because I'm transforming. And this is the beginning of a transformation I didn't even realize was going to happen, which we'll talk about in an upcoming video. It was like, maybe I'm just like not into sex anymore. And it was this weird moment of me talking to my family, like, it's crazy. I have this whole sex series with all these fun stories and it's motivating and helping people, and it's killing me. It's killing me because right now in time, like, I should have made this video last year. I should have had this series last year when I was actually going through all this stuff. And it was so, I think everything happens for a reason. So I calmed that energy down. I was like, there's a reason it's happening now. There's a reason you are helping so many people. People are genuinely like learning things that they may have not been confident enough to experience. So I calmed that energy down. So this is where it gets fun. This is a very elongated version of the TikTok. So again, you could just watch the TikTok before finishing this video because this is just the elaborated version of that. Someone came into my life in the beginning, or I guess August, and it was heating up and it was cool. And it wasn't sexual until October. And in October, I'm still celibate at this point, right? Like, I'm literally not having sex. In October, it was like a choice. It was like, okay, I've been celibate up until this point. It's been like 2 months since we've been connected. What do you want to do? I ended up having sex with this person and it was amazing. Like, and I don't know if it's because it had been so long since I had actual intercourse, but it was just so different. And some crazy things have happened. So this was October. So now we're like mid-November. So for the last month and a half, it's just been so different. And I'm like, what is making this different? Why am I into it now when I wasn't into it in February or in January or in December or with my ex-boyfriend? And I came to this realization that, like, I actually like this person. Like, I have real feelings for this person. I genuinely am interested in somebody, and that's you. And it's so intriguing to me because I used to be definitely like, they're like, don't have sex on the first date. I don't care about that rule. I think that rule is so outdated and old school. Just knowing someone and having like a real connection and feeling safe and feeling I'm connected to you, it changed everything. And something about this, just having open communication with someone and like genuinely enjoying someone as a person instead of like rushing into a relationship or defining something. Check marks when you're dating someone, you're like, okay, we're here, it's here, it's here, it's here. Like, not having any of that and actually building something with someone. Building's a great word for this. I am coming and going rounds and so sexually free. Guys, I learned a new trick. I know the sex series is coming to an end, but I have learned a whole new batch of tricks, even just this weekend alone. So it's just crazy to me. Emotions were able to unleash this sexual height that I didn't have anymore, that I thought I literally lost. I literally thought I was into a whole nother gender, but really the whole experience this last year's made me realize I just don't like you or you. I actually like you, and yes, I like dick, and yes, I am straight, and as far as I know, maybe I'm on the spectrum somewhere, but I'm definitely straight. Like, I like men, I like to date men. It was just this experience. So that in the TikTok, that's what I kind of ended on. I'm like, it's just crazy how you connect and communicate with someone and you just start chasing waterfalls. It's just been this incredible experience. So it just started this big conversation. People were like, I thought I was just asexual, just not interested in sex. Apparently people are trying to say that I'm demisexual, which means I'm turned on by connection. But I think that is a little, I don't know if that's completely true for me because I can think someone else is cute too and have sex with them, but maybe, like, right? Like, it took a real connection for me to be like, wow, I'm back. Like, Stella's back. I'm in action. This was worth it. And so it started this beautiful conversation. So I wanted to take you guys through some of the comments. Okay, so one of the top comments, this one had 94,000 likes, was, my kitty knew it was over before me. Rude of her not to tell me sooner. Like, I feel like she knows. Like, if, like, I'm very in tune with my body now, and if I'm not getting wet, if I'm not feeling it sexually, I remember my ex-boyfriend I had last year was the first time in my life I ever stopped sex, and I was like, I'm good. Like, not even in a rude way, just like, no, not right now. And I didn't think of any, it was a red flag, but I didn't think of it like that at that time. But now looking back, I'm like, wow, like your body will really tell you, nah, like this is not it before. So, and I did feel bad because a lot of people like started looking because of this one TikTok, and I do this, I'm so bad at this too. They started looking at their own marriages and relationships. I don't think you're broken, right? There's sex therapists. There are so many reasons of why we may not be turned on in bed. It's just a really good comment thread and a group of women just coming together. And I really hope this video just opens the conversation about maybe we shouldn't be so quick to label ourselves or think, you know, there's something different about us if we haven't been honest with ourselves. Like if I was honest with myself, like, okay, 2 times I stopped us having sex, I probably just don't like you. I knew I didn't like you before I got into you, and that's actually how you ended up with me. So, you know. The sneaky link things, I don't know why that happened. Maybe it's because I did want more, and I knew I wanted more from someone than just having sex with them. So that could explain that too. But also there were so many women who commented on this who genuinely did have a different sexual orientation that they weren't aware about until something like this happened. So there's just so many reasons we go through this, and I think it's really important that we're in tune with our body and that we're listening to ourselves. I really, really encourage you guys to go to this TikTok and just check it out and get the comments, and just maybe you need that validation too. Maybe you have felt like this before and you don't want to feel so alone. So start a conversation, go to the conversations in the comments here. Like this is just incredible. So please check out the TikTok. I think it's really cool. I really love TikTok and I love everything going on over there. Make sure you guys check out Lilo. Thank you, Lilo, again for sponsoring this video. And I'm so excited of the sisterhood and the womanhood I've accidentally built on TikTok, and hopefully we've had it here on YouTube, but just knowing that we are able to come together like this is just, and be honest, right? And I think there's not a lot of safe spaces to be this honest. And I'm really happy that for whatever reason I was chosen to kind of be a leader in that area. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will talk to you really, really soon. Love and light. Goodbye.